Can Americans open a bank account in Europe? In today's fast-paced world, many Americans are considering living, working, or retiring in Europe. A common question that arises is whether Americans can open a bank account in Europe. With travel restrictions easing and international mobility on the rise, this topic is more relevant than ever. If you are planning a move or an extended stay in Europe, understanding how to manage your finances is essential. Opening a bank account in Europe as an American is indeed possible, but it comes with its own set of requirements. First, eligibility can vary by country and bank. Many European banks may require Americans to provide proof of residency or a residence permit. This means that simply being a tourist may not be enough to open an account. When it comes to documentation, Americans typically need to present several important items. A valid passport is essential, along with proof of address in Europe. Some banks might also ask for a residence permit. Additionally, having a social security number or individual taxpayer identification number can be beneficial during the application process. Choosing the right bank is another critical step. Some banks in Europe cater specifically to expatriates and offer services that make the process easier. For instance, international banks like HSBC provide options for multicurrency accounts, which can be particularly useful for Americans living abroad. In recent developments, some European banks have started allowing online account openings. This can simplify the process significantly. However, many of these banks may require a bank identification number or similar digital identification, which often needs to be obtained in person. It is also important to be aware of tax compliance. Americans with foreign bank accounts must adhere to United States tax laws. This includes filing forms related to the Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act and the report of foreign bank and financial accounts if the total value of foreign accounts exceeds $10,000 at any point during the year. Living, working, or retiring in Europe involves understanding local laws and taxes. Each country has its own regulations, so it is wise to research the specific requirements for the country you plan to move to. This includes any necessary visas or permits. By keeping these factors in mind, Americans can successfully navigate the process of opening a bank account in Europe. Understanding the requirements and options available will help manage financial affairs more effectively while living abroad.